Hi, this is Zach with Worn and Wound. Today I'll be taking a look at the Christopher Ward C5 Malvern Automatic Mark II. This is the second generation of their C5 Malvern dress watch, the first one being a little bit smaller and having a couple different details. This is a really fantastic value in a dress watch. It's kind of one of their signature watches for that fact. So this watch, despite just being a very nice, kind of elegant, simple dress watch, features a domed sapphire crystal, a Sellita SW200 automatic movement, which is a high-quality Swiss-made movement. Very nice finishing, all around. Good look, a high-quality strap, a display case back, which we'll show you later, and it comes in at just $365. So it is undeniably kind of a lot of bang for your buck. Now taking a look at the case of the C5 Malvern Mark II, it has a very nice, robust kind of size actually for a dress watch. It's 39 millimeters in diameter, 47 millimeters lug to lug, 10.8 millimeters thick with an 18 millimeter lug width. So overall, it's kind of a medium size for a dress watch, definitely larger, I'd say, than a kind of classic dress watch, but on the smaller side for what the brand actually makes, which are usually in the 42 to 44 range. Looking at the case, it has a very simple design. It's a simple cylinder, all polished steel all around. Has this nice kind of thick, smooth, rounded bezel area that leads nicely into the domed sapphire crystal, which is a really great feature on this watch. Overall, it's not very decorative, but you do have this kind of stacked detail on the lugs, which I happen to like a lot. It adds just a drop of elegance in a subtle way that kind of just distinguishes the watch from being kind of generic or anything, because it is overall a very restrained watch design. At 3 o'clock, you have a screw-down crown. Also nice, kind of adds to the overall sturdiness of the watch, though typically dress watches don't normally have a screw-down crown. It's 6 millimeters wide, which is actually, I think, kind of a very nice proportion. A little large, but I personally like the look of it with the case design. Now I'll show you the case back, and also a very cool detail. So all Christopher Ward watches, watch straps are quick release, which I'll show you right now. They have this little lever here. Pull it with your fingernail, and the strap just opens right up, which is really kind of very convenient and simple toolless design. So there's no risk of scratching the lugs here. So now taking a look at the case back, it is this display case back. The steel is very plain. The movement, and you can see inside, is this decorated Sellita SW200 movement. Most of the decoration is on the rotor here. It has Côte de Genève stripes going down, Christopher Ward and a Christopher Ward logo in blue. And then the movement itself has some blued screws throughout it. This is a $365 watch, so having a display back at all is really a great detail, but then having a decorated movement really just kind of drives home the value that they put into this watch. Now taking a look at the dial of the C5 Malvern Mark II. The model that we received has a silver kind of sunburst dial, which you can see when I rotate a little bit, there's kind of these lines that come out. They create kind of a reflection. It's very nice, actually. I find it very appealing. And it's really kind of sets up this overall metallic tone for the dial, which serves very nicely as a dress watch because silver really kind of goes with everything. But now looking in at the dial, you have silver applied baton markers going around for every hour, larger at 369, and then a double marker at 12. For the individual minutes, there's little black dashes. Even though it's kind of tone on tone, I still find it very legible dial. And looking in, at the hands here, they're also silver, very simple, elegant, just baton hands. Overall, I'd say the look kind of dates back to maybe the 40s, 40s or 50s. It kind of, to me, is reminiscent of certain styles of watch, German watches per se, from the 40s. It's a very nice look because it's a dress watch, but I think it's masculine. It's not too fussy. It's also, not too casual. It's an easy watch to wear around. Now looking in also at the words that are written here, you have Chris Ward London written under 12. That's in their new logo. It's bold, but it doesn't overpower the dial. Then you have automatic and Swiss made. The one thing I would say is something about the automatic there. It feels like it's kind of floating in the dial. if I look at it too long, I kind of get annoyed, but it doesn't really take away too much from the overall look of the dial. At 3 o'clock, you have a date window. It's a circular date window, and there's actually a chamfered edge around it, which creates a little bit of polish, a little bit of a nice little glint of light. And then underneath the dial is white with black text. The white it balances well with the silver, so it's not too obstructive to the look of the dial. I'm taking a look at the C5 on the wrist. I think the 39 millimeter size is really great. Has a nice wrist presence, but it's still an appropriately sized dress watch. Definitely a little larger than I'd say a standard dress watch, but I think still very elegant and very acceptable to wear with a suit, to wear to work. But then the overall look is actually kind of refined enough and I don't know. It's just it's a watch I found I didn't find it uncomfortable to wear it around on a normal day when I wasn't going to the office. It's a very just elegant, simple watch to wear. So the silver dial here, you can see, goes very nicely with like a standard kind of blue Oxford shirt. It goes well with anything. I mean, silver is lacking in color, so you could pair it with just about any color you want. The watch that we received came on this brown faux croc genuine leather strap. It's a really, really nice strap, I have to say. It has a really nice stiffness to it. It has a good quality. It even actually had a nice kind of leathery aroma, which I know that's kind of silly, but it just guaranteed me that it was indeed a good leather. It has this kind of Christopher Ward deployment clasp here, also polished steel with a C around the W logo. It's nice. It works well. It's an easy strap to get on and off. Overall, it's very nice, and since this is silver, like I said, you could easily pick up a black strap, either from them or from anyone else to put on here, so you could switch that out. Just taking a quick look at the C5 Malvern in the box. It comes in this nice kind of black faux leather box with a cream interior. Christopher Ward actually does a very nice job with creating these display boxes. They're just a little bit nicer than you typically find, and very nice for a watch that costs $365. Whether or not you keep it around after, which you could, because it could definitely keep your watch safe at your home, from dropping or anything like that. It will definitely, it's just a nice presentation for when you first get the watch. So just to kind of wrap up about the C5 Malvern Automatic Mark II, at $365, you're really getting a lot of watch for the money. Once again, it has an automatic Sellita SW200 movement in it, which is a Swiss-made automatic movement. You have a domed sapphire crystal, very nice finishing all around, very nice build quality. I noticed, no issues with the way it was manufactured or made, any detailing, a very nice high polished steel case, a very nice brown strap. My only slight grievance was with how the placement of the word automatic on the dial, but that's really very opinionated, so that might not apply to you at all. If you're looking for a dress watch in the under $400 category, which I think is something that I could see a lot of people wanting, you might need a dress watch but don't want to spend a lot so that you could wear to meetings or to formal events. This is a great option, one you should definitely look into. It also comes in a couple of different color variations, white dial, black dial. Keep an eye out. Thanks for watching the review. Once again, this is Zach with Worn and Wound. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and anywhere else you can find us.